Oh,
All
when
right.
do I read these?
Huh?
When do I read these?
When do you read what?
All these emails.
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to fit that in. What's up, YouTube?
YouTubers!
How's it going, YouTube? Appreciate you joining us here for episode number 132 of Raiders Fan Radio. It is time. It is time, Uncle Mosh.
Oh, what time is it?
It is time for the Fanny Awards. So you know what? I guess I better hit the button.
Hit the button. Oh, I better. Raider! Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Biletnikoff, a leaking shot, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, high running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? It's your old buddy Murph back once again for another fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, or a fanny-tastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Here for episode number 132 of the show. Appreciate all of you joining us live on the YouTube for episode number 132 of Raiders Fan Radio. Man, there's already a bunch of people in there, including Swag Jeff, Roach, Atticus B. Rockin', Ron the Materator, Bobby Wasabi, Seth Grogan, Uncle Mosh. Who's that guy?
He ain't been here in a while.
Hey, who's the new guy?
Hey, the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy. Somebody
Man.
let the new guy in. And you know what's funny? I didn't have you yelling at me on the top of the show, Uncle Mosh, to hit the button. And
Hit
so
the button.
I just hit the button. So now we're recording for the podcast officially now too.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to be back. I've been busy.
You've been busy.
I
Welcome
went-
back to the fan cave, Mosh.
Have I been? Thank you. Have I been back since I went fishing?
I don't think so.
Okay, well I went fishing. The fishing was great.
You're
man.
awful sunburned over there. So
I
yeah.
am. I should have been. Uncle Sunscreen, but you don't think about putting it on your hands, and I got sunburnt on the backs of my hands.
Yeah.
And I had it everywhere else because we went after trophy trout up in the White River and the Norfolk River up there in Arkansas, and I had a blast. Caught a bunch of fish. Ate good, drank good. Spent some time with the friends, and just had a great time.
Nice.
So it was great. And then I was gone. I was home for a couple days, and then I went and I had to work a karate tournament and karate. Yeah, I worked the Battle of Atlanta. It's one of the biggest karate tournaments in the United States, and I'm
Nice.
the director of that. And as far as the events,
You direct everything.
yeah, well, yeah, because I don't want to do the work.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, and Hardcore Raider asked if I did the truffle shuffle on the dock, and yes, I did. There is
Nice,
a video.
nice.
I did my own version.
Oh, oh my gosh. Jeff played the video.
Oh, he did?
Of
The
you,
fish flop?
Of you flopping on
Yeah,
the deck
yeah,
with
heck
the
yeah,
fish.
man.
Yeah, you're flopping with the fishes.
Yeah,
that was
it's
good.
better than swimming with the fishes. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
that's
You know what
right,
I
that's
mean?
right, that's
Capo
right.
knows.
Well, hey, appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. You know, Mosh, I've only been nervous doing this show twice during Raiders Fan Radio. We've been doing this for a hot minute now. We've been doing Raiders Fan Radio for, I don't know, years. Well, podcasting for years. Raiders Fan Radio now for a few years. And the last time I was nervous to do Raiders Fan Radio was the last time we did the Fanny Awards. It's
Isn't that funny?
It is. It's just there's something about it. We're going a little bit different this year than we have in the past, in that last time we did the Fannies, it was very team referential. And of course, our stuff is always going to be Raiders related, even if abstractly at times. But it was more directly team related. This time we're going a little more self-referential. This time we're going, and by self, I mean you all listening as well. We're going to kind of defer this a little bit to the made men, to the callers, to the emailers, to ourselves. The awards are going to be a little bit more internal than they were to the Raiders last year. So I hope you guys dig it. I think you'll like it. We put a lot into this, and it should be a lot of fun. So without further ado, with further ado, is there such thing? Can you say with further ado?
With further ado,
let me actually stretch this out.
Yeah.
All right. So with further ado, before we get to the show, thank you to all of you that have supported us immensely with your purchase of our t-shirts. Our Get Made t-shirts are available at RaidersFanRadio.com/t-shirts. That is the Get Made t-shirt. I'm going to switch to Uncle Mosh's cam, and you can see the shirt there up behind him to his right. You see the Get Made shirt there. You can buy those at RaidersFanRadio.com/t-shirts, and 100% of the profits and proceeds from those sales are going to the Biletnikoff Foundation. Uncle Mosh, we are now over $500.
No way.
Yes, we have now eclipsed the 25% mark. Our goal is to raise $2,000 to give to the Biletnikoff Foundation. We are going to present them with a check with our donation live down in for their Crab Fest in November, and so we are above a quarter of the way there.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's only June, so we fully expect to hit our goal. And look, we're not going to stop at $2,000. If we get to $2,000 and we go past, anything and everything is going to go to them. They're building a new building. It's called Tracy's Place of Hope.
Oh,
and
awesome.
it's a place for young women and young adults to find sanctuary. Then they have challenges with domestic abuse or substance, or it just gives them a safe place. And not only is it just a safe place, but it's educational. It helps provide them with different outlets for everything, to get their lives back on track. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization done in the memory of Tracy Biletnikoff. And so we are giving 100% of the money that we earn with the sales of that t-shirt, the Raiders Fan Radio t-shirts, to them. And then also, one last thing, you can go to RaidersFanRadio.com/gear, GEAR, and there's a link there. That link will take you to the Raiders portion of NFL.com, of shopNFL.com. Please use our link. If you're going to go buy Raider gear, official Raider gear on the website, use our link. And then what they do is it doesn't cost you anything extra, but they kick us back a few bucks every time you buy something. And again, all of that money will go to the Biletnikoff Foundation to help fund Tracy's Place of Hope. We are so thankful to be part of that organization in terms of a donation, and most importantly, from you guys. It's coming from the listeners and the supporters of Raiders Fan Radio. So please keep those things coming in. Please keep buying those shirts. Please keep donating by clicking the link and buying your stuff at NFLshop.com. And so that's been an awesome thing, and we're looking forward to being out there, Mosh. I guess we can kind of float it out there semi-officially. We're planning on being in Oakland for the home game against the Lions.
That's the plan. As of right now, that's the plan. I got to take this tie off. I'm choking.
I'm so glad you wore a tie for the event, Mosh.
I wore a tie over my shirt.
You wore a tie. You look nice. Yeah, you look nice.
Thank you.
I got the bow tie working. I got the Howie OA jersey working.
You don't have a neck that's
what size is that thing? Like a 20?
It's a 22. It's
really?
a double deuce. Yeah.
Is it really a 22?
I go the double deuce. I can't even get shirts that fit the neck. I got the little collar pins that extend the thing. Yeah. Those 3 times a year that I wear the tie.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for dressing up tonight.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
And much in the spirit of other award presenters, there might even be a costume change involved.
Maybe.
There might be.
We'll see.
All right. So, hey, real quick. How about that, Peter Brady?
I love that, Peter Brady.
Real quick, before we get into the Fannies official, which are coming here in just a sec, I got one more thing, Mosh. First off, this is episode number 132, and we're going to reference the importance of the number 132 later. One of our fantastic callers hits that, so we'll leave that for then. But you know how they do like awards given before the award show? You know how they'll do like an an award before the awards, right? There's like they'll give like the technical awards before, like they give best picture, right? Like they give an entire set of awards before they get to the main ones. Well, we want to give an award before we get to the big awards. And there's been a guy that's helped us out a ton here lately on Raiders Fan Radio. In fact, we even have a new show on the network, on Murph's Fan Cave Network, called Tales from the Nation. This guy has helped me co-host that show. He's taken over as the social media director for Raiders Fan Radio and for Murph's Fan Cave. He's absolutely helped us out a ton. So we kind of wanted to give an award before the award and put this out there. Uncle Mosh, you want to tell us about it?
This is a guy that I've known. Oh my gosh, I've known for a zillion years. I watched him grow up. I took him to the casino his first time. He's stepped up. He's been a newcomer. He's been a co-host. He's been the social media director. He's been the substitute co-host. He sat in my chair one time. I'm still going to kill him for that. He's just a great guy. So I think it's time. That we give this award to the guy that's done all of that, and he's just a super guy, and we couldn't do the show without him, even though we did it for many years. But going forward, we needed him, and that special newcomer co-host, social media director, substitute host, chair sitter award goes to none other than...
I'm sorry, Uncle Mosh, we're cut for time. We're going to need to move on to the contact information. Do you have any over there?
All right, boys and girls, pay attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh. He twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us, show at RaidersFanRadio.com, or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Merv's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit? Good. You know what's funny?
Go ahead.
is I love Jeff. I do.
We do. Love him like he's family.
Oh, my gosh. And Jeff, I've known Jeff for so many. I can't tell you how many things Jeff has done for me, as far as like he set up my Facebook, he programs my phone, he does all this stuff all the time. And I have never called him on his birthday.
No.
I always call him the day after.
The day after?
Yeah, even when I know it's his birthday, I'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" And then I'll just leave it, Like I'll send him a text. Yeah. How you doing today?
Yeah.
And then the next day it's, "Hey, did I miss what happened yesterday? Did I miss something?"
Yeah.
I even play his birthday on my roulette numbers.
Oh, nice.
But, and the next day.
That's good. My buddy Harley, who's been on, he's a big Raider fan. He went to the Monday night opener with me this last year. I forgot his birthday like a couple times in a row. And so the rest of our buddies, I told him, I go, well, from now on, let's just, like his birthday is, I don't even know what it is off the top of my head. It's like August 1st. And I go, let's just start calling him on the 11th. So we call him on the August 11th. They go, "Happy birthday, man." He's like, "No, my birthday." Yeah, it is. Now it is. It's only your birthday when we remember it. Yeah. But anyways, all right, we'll get some. But thank you, Jeff. You know we love you.
Hey, so what are we doing? Have we done?
Oh my gosh!
Let's
it's the
talk
time.
about the Fannies.
Let's do the Fannies first. Before we do that, I want to hit the chat real quick. Just Win Johnny, Atticus B. Rockin', Bobby Wasabi, Haley Mew is in there. Ron, of course, Running Bear, Super Deuce. I appreciate you all so much in supporting Raiders Fan Radio and being part of the chat. That is the best part of this show. If you want to join us and be part of Raiders Fan Radio, hit the chat. Murph's Fan Cave or YouTube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. Cave, or the audio version of this show is always at Murph's Fan Cave on any famous podcast service. Uncle Mosh, are we ready?
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Welcome
we
to
go.
the 2019 Fanny Awards.
It's the Raiders Fan Radio Fanny!
Uh-oh. Oh, my gosh.
What? What happened?
I hit the wrong one.
Oh.
I hit the wrong one. I forgot we
You
were...
hit the wrong button.
I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Here's the right one.
Here's the right one.
It's the Raiders Fan Radio Fanny!
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you know what time it is? It's what you've been waiting for all year long. It's time for the 2019 Fannies. Fannies are not fanny packs, fanny flag, fanny hill, or Jacob and Fanny. They're not a fanny widget, fanny packs and Crocs, fanny armchairs, or fanny dresses. Fannies aren't even, as Wikipedia says, a person's buttocks or an insult. Get out of here with your fanny. It's not even a flirting device when you get slapped on the fanny. The Fannies are the best of the best from Raiders Fan Radio, where we have taken a lighter side journey into the dark side. All right, Murph. Well, welcome, Murph, to tonight's 2019 Fanny Awards. Are you excited to be here?
I'm fired up, Mosh. I can't wait, man. This is going to be awesome.
You know, Swag didn't join us tonight, but those joining us in studio tonight, they haven't all made it yet, but they will be here. Tonight we've got John Gruden, Derek Carr, Darren Carr, Noah Cyrus, Kevin Jonas, Cooper Manning, Antonio Brown, Sharna Burgess, Richie Incognito, OJ, and like Uncle Mosh, he tweets now, the Pointer Sisters, James Garner, Yoda, Mr. Bill, London...
Oh, no. I killed you with London Breed.
London Breed, Rex and Effects,
Featuring Rex
featuring like Rex and Effects, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Baby Shark, Teddy Pendergrass, Frank Stallone,
Who's that Frank Stallone in the building?
Swag Jeff, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Ron the Mater Raider, Paul, Cher, Sia, Mia, Big Raider Trucker, Little Jimmy Dickens, Rev Raider, Run Raider, Jam Master Raider, and Burgermeister Meister Burger.
Oh, my gosh. How do we feel those people in the fan cave?
We got so many mics set up all over the place.
Our freaking glasses are fogging up already. We got even 3 minutes into this thing.
And Ron says it's a star-studded event. You're right, Ron.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no Little Murph tonight and no Wilson tonight. The inanimate figures are not allowed tonight. No, they have...
It's only real people.
Only real people tonight. That's right. So only little Jimmy Dickens, who's been dead for like 40 years now. Sorry, no offense to the little Jimmy Dickens crew, but oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oh, man. All right, yeah. And then London Breed featuring Rex and Effect. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
All right, I started choking on that one. I apologize.
That was good. All right, so let's get to it, Mosh. So the first award tonight is going to be to it's the Award of Excellence, huh? We're going to start right at the top, man.
We are, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure to present this award. And so here we go. Murph.
Yes.
Amelia Earhart, Charles Lindbergh, Chuck Yeager, Jimmy Doolittle, Sully, Orville, and Wilbur. What do these high flyers have in common with Douglas MacArthur, Audie Murphy, Alonzo Cushing, William Harvey Carney, Marlon Brando, Jack Lemmon, Art Carney, Jack Nicholson, Elvis, Michael Jackson, and Booker T and the MGs?
No idea.
I'll tell you.
The Green Onions? Those Booker T and the MGs?
No, man, let me tell you.
Okay.
All of those people went above and beyond.
All right, I'm with you.
Above and beyond, whether they were flying, whether they were winning the Medal of Honor, whether they were winning being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or winning the Best Actor Award.
All right.
So it's with dedication to RFR and the Raiders for showing up to the draft, for calling in every week to keep Murph straight, for encouraging Uncle Mosh to hide some of his chins by growing his beard back, for holding an outstanding attitude week in and week out, for co-hosting and asking permission to sit in my chair. Are you listening, Kev the Raider nerd and Jeff? And for going above and beyond the call of duty, the RFR Award of Excellence goes to the one and only Capo Aaron the Q-Dog Raider.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider, for winning the Award of Excellence. Excellent choice there, Uncle Mosh. And, Aaron has become, he's a stalwart, man. He's like, he's become such a big part of what we do here on Raiders Fan Radio for all those reasons that you mentioned. And we're so thankful for him. And he's become a friend to us outside of just the show in real life as well. And so we are appreciative of Aaron and his contribution each and every week. And they sound like this. If I can turn it up. Hit the button, Murph.
Hit the button.
Mosh, Murph, Sonny, Little Murph Nation. It's your Capo and the Q-Dog Raider coming to you from Denver. That's right, folks. Denver. Yeah, I'm rocking my Raider gear. I'm hitting the streets. And by the way, Denver has to have the most well-dressed, homeless contingent, hothead, meth enthusiasts. I don't know. I'm watching TV. If you've seen one horse-faced Hall of Famer, I reckon you've seen them all. Shannon Sharp. John Elway. He's hawking everything on these airways. But I digress. I'm here for a convention for my agency, and I got to admit, it's a clean city and everything like that. But let's talk about the Raiders. Word has reached my ear that our beloved Silver and Black might actually be on the tube, and I need this corroborated for Hard Knocks 2019. Like a lot of people, we're not happy about that, but you know what? We're all Raider fans. We're honks. We're going to be tuned in. We're going to be dialed in. We're not going to miss a second of this expose. And all the haters, your Wilbons out there, your cowherds, insert knucklehead here, they're going to have to watch us and see how, we build this thing for the grand payback tour 2019. It all begins now. So, shout out to everybody who holds the Silver and Black dear. I'm going to go back out here and I'm going to rep some more of the Silver and Black and dare a donkey to step up. So I'll let you later. Can't wait to hear the show. On Hit List, the city of Denver.
All right, and of course, it's the Fannies, and so, we can't just leave it as one call from Capo. No, so we got another one.
Well, I'm glad that's over. Greetings, nation.
Talking about his trip to Denver.
It's your Capo, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, coming back to you from the great state of Texas, and I'm glad to be back from Donkeyville. Survived my little trip up there. My goodness, it's a beautiful country, clean town. The homeless, it's amazing up there. And, the only thing bad about that spot is, of course, that the Donkeys play there. But my hate for Kansas City and Pittsburgh eclipses that for the blue and orange. My goodness, what a sorry sack. But settle down. It's Father's Day, and I want to make sure that I put a shout out there and give respect to all the fathers out there handling the business and doing what it is necessary in order to be, what we are as Raiders men. Real men wear black, by the way. Of course, respect goes out to little Tristan, Vincent, and, of course, my son Gavin, my reason for being. But, just a few things to talk about. My birthday just passed on the 23rd of May, and once again, all I want for my birthday is a big Fanny girl. And speaking of the Fannies, I don't know what category I might be in, caller emeritus. I know tomorrow might be, the smack off for another a popular sports radio show, and I think I'd probably win that hands down, but I just don't have that much hate in my heart, so you know what? No self-gloss here. I want to make sure that, everybody knows that, the prospect of the Raiders for the 2019 season is glorious. And special courtesy goes out to those men and women of law enforcement for finding Rod Smart. He hate me. I'm glad that he's safe and sound again. Darren Waller, lots going to be pressed on his shoulders and stuff, but I think he can be our tight end moving forward. And it's the dog days. Nothing further to talk about. Hit List, Johnny Townsend, and I'll talk to you all later. Roo.
Awesome stuff. As always, Aaron, we appreciate you, man. So Aaron was late to the chat. You won the Award of Excellence here in Raiders Fan Radio, and for always bringing the funny and always bringing the best takes. And no doubt in my mind that you could win the SmackDown on Jim Rome's show. There's no doubt, man. So that's awesome stuff. Appreciate you, Aaron. And you got anything for the Capo Mosh?
Oh man, you said it all right there. You know, we love him, and Swag, he's he was too busy to come to the show, but he's sitting here watching it, and he's
Swag Jeff?
Yeah, and he's typing in every other comment. Swag Jeff. He said, what does Q win for this? He gets a big kiss on the cheek. Well, yeah, maybe. Hey, so
you'd rather have one from London Breed, I'm sure.
Absolutely, when they're slow dancing.
Yeah.
All right, hey, so I got because we're doing, and it's a fan based show.
Yeah.
And this is all about the fans. We've got some emails tonight.
We've got some emails, and we have an email award. Are we going to lead off with the email award? Or do you want to start with other emails and finish with you?
Let me read the emails award, and then we'll end with the email. Or let me read the emails, and then we'll end with the email award.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
so,
good.
Hey, Murph and Mush. I love all the coverage you guys give us. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I'm always looking for a way to get all the Raiders nudes absolutely possible.
Raiders nudes?
Raiders.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
We did say that OJ tweets now. Anyway. I have a different perspective because while I respect Oakland and LA 100%, I cannot wait for them to come a little bit closer to us out here in the desert. We have a great bunch of fans out here too, no doubt, but there are a lot of filthy Denver fans. In fact, that was my first game. I got to see the legendary Peyton Manning demolish us late in the season, and then I actually got to see the Steelers slip up in Oakland last year. The stadium was lit up and roaring. It was incredible for my first Oakland game. I'm currently finishing the Badasses book, and being a younger fan, 26, I really got started in 2010. So all I know is losing and horror and then a taste of the playoffs. But man, do I love this team. I'm always looking to expand my knowledge, and I just obsess over the old Raider documentaries. But I'd appreciate a good list of must-have study items. If you have way too much, then maybe even mention it on the show, because I think we would all appreciate some opportunities to grow that Raider history knowledge. This sounds like a commercial for the new show.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I found you guys from Mikey sometime last year or maybe before that, but I'm so glad we have some positivity around the Raider airwaves. Thank you for all the news, segments, and the stuff that you can constantly do. I have tried to do some news updates on YouTube, and I know it isn't an easy job. Look forward to being a made man soon here in the future. Pete M. or P33T.
Nice, Pete. Good job, Pete. Good job on that email. Appreciate the feedback there. Yeah, so this YouTube thing it's not easy. It's certainly not easy. And we were an audio-based podcast forever and really still mainly are. But we love this YouTube thing and this live stream thing. And it's a challenge. It's tough to do. So appreciate the kind words there, Pete. Appreciate the support.
All right, hey guys. Not emailed for a while, but still listening. And welcome to Swag Jeff. Straight to it. Hard Knocks, Gruden, Carr, AB, Bursett, Incognito, as well as the draft picks. What a lineup. I can't wait to see behind the scenes and the work that is put in preseason. Some great additions to the team, an excellent draft, and last year in Oakland. Who wouldn't want to see all that on TV? I know some people think it will disrupt things before the season gets underway, but personally, I can't wait to see it. Who knows? Maybe we prove everyone wrong and have a great season after it. Either way, people will still always be talking about the Raiders. I've said it before, but I'm excited. What we are building excites me. I've been a soccer, in quotes, fan for as long as I can remember, but there is something different about the Raiders, NFL, and the way it has drawn me in. It's special. Let's get a winning season, maybe a wild card, and say goodbye to Oakland the right way. It's all about the Raiders. Just win, baby. Haley from Scotland, not the Haley from the chat. It's usually too late for me.
Oh. Awesome. Thank you very much for the email, Haley. That's that we got confused a couple of times because we have two Haleys that are fans of the show. So appreciate Haley in the chat and appreciate Haley also. And Haley's now emailed us a few times. That might be Aaron's been talking about for a while that we need to have our first, our first made woman, our first lady of darkness, whatever you want to call it. She might be it. She might be getting close, man. That we made Paul go a lot longer than 3 emails.
Yeah, we did.
We made Paul go like 10 emails, but Haley's getting close, man. She might be it. She might be the first one. So appreciate that as always.
All right, next. Salutations to Murph, Uncle Mosh, Swag Jeff, Sonny, Little Murph, Capo Q-Dog, Emiliano Big Raider Trucker, Sergeant at Arms, all the made men and women. Hello, Raider Nation. It is I, the Full Metal Mexican. I know we're in a lull when it comes to the OTAs and all, but I wanted to speak my mind once again and kind of bring back light to something that happened to an OG YouTuber by the name of Mikey Raider. Mikey attended a Raiders game in Oakland South versus the now LA Chokers. What bothers me the most of what happened to him is that he was bullied by a Raiderette for allegedly having a not-so-clean jersey. Since when did the Raider Fashion Police ever make a big deal about having a not-so-clean Raider jersey? We all know the rule of showing up to home games. I don't need to say that out loud. Many in the nation came up and supported Mikey Raider, yours truly included. And boy, did that woman get trolled, roasted, you name it. So I pose a question to all. Would you bully someone or let someone know that they need to show up to a game with a clean jersey? Again, this happened years ago, but it's still fresh in my mind that Mikey Raider was bullied simply because his good luck jersey he was wearing was unsatisfactory to some.
Well, I think that's just, first off, thank you for the email. To answer the question, no, I don't ever think it would be appropriate just because I'm a human being and I'm kind to other human beings, and it would be inappropriate in any setting, let alone a Raider game, to tell somebody that they're, you know what I mean? Like if you're talking about like a formal affair, like the Fannies, you don't want to show up without a tie.
Exactly.
You know, I might give you a bad time if you showed up at the fan cave without a tie, but no, a normal circuit, like, come on. No, I don't, look, let me just say this, Mosh. I'll say this, then I'll be done. And this is not a soapbox, and shut me up if I start to ramble. There are plenty of opportunities for people to be mean to one another. And even within our fandom, even within our Raider fandom, there are a lot of people, a lot of us are content creators. We do podcasts, we do shows, we write songs, we do all kinds of things. We're fans, we express our fandom in different ways. And sometimes those things can work against each other, at least from a perception perspective. And much like this thing happened with Mikey, we just all need to leave each other alone in terms of the Raiders fan. If you want to pick on somebody, go find a guy in a Broncos jersey. Pick on that guy. Go pick on a guy in a Chiefs jersey. You know what I mean? Like, when we were at the draft, we saw 31 other teams' fans, and we were pretty good about giving 31 other teams' fans crap for whatever reason, right? You and I even had a really fun picture with a guy in a Mahomes jersey, and that's only because you could only find Chiefs fans in Mahomes jerseys, because apparently they didn't sell Chiefs jerseys until the number 15 came out, because that's the only one we could find. So that gives you an idea of how long they've been fans for. But my point is, go make fun of those people. Don't make fun of one another. That's silly. It's silly.
Dumb. You know, it's so funny about jerseys and good luck and how we are. I have a friend that deals in sports jerseys. So he got me a Jared Saltalamacchia jersey, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
And it was his what he used for batting practice. So it's got pine tar on it. So it's the red Boston, the Red Sox red jersey with Saltalamacchia on the back, and it's got pine tar on it. And I brought it home and I showed the wife, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm so excited about this. It's my size, and I don't button it, but anyway. and she's like, oh, it's filthy. Here, give it to me. I'll wash it. I'm like, don't touch that. You know, and you've seen me wear it. You know, it's my good luck jersey.
Yeah.
But and when I die and it goes to your kids, I hope it's stinking.
Oh yeah,
you know? And that pine tar will still be there.
Oh yeah.
You know, so Mikey, you wear whatever the hell you want to wear.
Yeah,
Mike.
that's right. You know, Mosh, my favorite Raider jersey is, and I got a bunch of them. My favorite one is, it's a Puma jersey. It's got the plastic numbers on it. It's not stitched or anything. It's a Charles Woodson jersey I got in like 1999 or something like that. The numbers are peeling off of it. It's my favorite jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wear it all the time. I love it. It's not the nicest thing. So no, just wear whatever
Talk
you
about, and we could go on about hats.
Oh, my God. I got the nastiest hat.
The nastiest good luck hat in the
that
world.
Thing right there, man. This is the nice of my nasty hats. My nastiest one, actually, Swag Jeff gave it to me for a birthday present about 5 or 6 years ago.
Right.
And I wear it to the gym. It started off silver, and now it's like brown. It's so awful. It's disgusting, but I wear it to the gym. Anyways.
All right, let's get back to emails.
Get back to emails.
Evening, fellas. Hope all is well. To start with, this week, huge congratulations to Murph and Swag Jeff for the second Tales from the Nation. Even though it was like a punch in the stomach listening to DC saying it's broke. Oh, man, and it was, too. Man,
that
and he
was
kept
rough.
saying it. It's broke.
That was
It's
rough.
broke. It's broke.
That was a fun show, but a rough topic. Yeah.
My abiding memory from that was Christmas lunch the day after, trying to explain to my family why I was pushing the food around on my plate like a kid who'd been forgotten by Santa Claus. I promised you last time I would honor my new title of Sizzler Scorekeeper by checking out previous shows and finding out who was the Sizzler leader. Well, I went back over 30 shows and found that 25 Sizzlers have been awarded.
Oh, my gosh. I love this.
He's a stud.
He's the best.
I've documented the name and the episode numbers, and I'm pleased to say at this stage, following on from this excellent graduation news, that B-Dog in a Pasture has won 3 and currently leads.
Wow.
Capo, Aaron, Q-Dog, and Big Raider Trucker have won 2, and 18 others have all won 1. Finally, wow, good for you. Thank you so much.
That's so cool. Thank you, Paul, and congratulations, B-Dog, for being in the
Sizzler
right.
Awards.
Yeah.
And we congratulated him last time we met on graduating.
Yeah.
Finally this week, Murph and Swag Jeff mentioned in 131 that the chat room were discussing nicknames for our current roster. In the fine tradition of guys like Snake, Fu, Dr. Death, etc., I've gone a little left field with my suggestions by picking our kicker, Daniel Carlson. I'm going with the name Deadeye. I've seen 2 definitions that fit perfectly. Obviously, most people know the term as meaning sharpshooter, crack shot, or marksman. But I also found that it's the name of a piece of rigging on a sailing ship that got its name because the holes that were cut into it resemble the eye and nose sockets of a skull.
Wow.
So, gentlemen, I give you Deadeye Daniel Carlson.
Oh, he went Daniel Carlson.
Wow.
Wow, I like it, man.
Thanks as ever, guys. Love you, Raider Nation. Regards, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Sizzler Scorekeeper, proud made man, and one-time winner of the Raiders Fan Sizzler Award.
Oh, my gosh. What a fantastic email. You know, every week, Mosh, week in and week out, Paul is the man when it comes to emailing, isn't he?
He is. He's amazing. So, Paul Stanley, Paul Simon, Paul McCartney, Paul Newman, Paul Rudd, Paul the Apostle, Paul the Cat Guy, Les Paul, Chris Paul, Rand Paul, Paul Octavius Designs, Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs in Westchester, Illinois, and Paul's Wine and Spirits in Washington, D.C. But none can compare to Paul from Shropshire, Mississippi, receiving the award for his body of works that rivals Shakespeare, Poe, Christie, Hemingway, Faulkner, Stephen King, Balducci, or James Patterson. The first ever RFR email award from here on known as the Pauly goes to our own Paul Egerton. Oh, wait. I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet.
No. Paul Egerton from Shropshire, Mississippi, the Sizzler Scorekeeper and proud made man and one-time winner of the Raiders Fan Sizzler Award and the first ever winner of the Pauly. And don't forget, just when Johnny wanted me to mention RuPaul. That's for you, Johnny.
Oh, nicely done, Mosh. Congratulations to Paul on your award. We're just giving you another line to add to your signature. Uncle Mosh and I were joking the other day that pretty soon you're going to have so many titles that you're going to have to just be like, hey, what's up, guys? And then the rest of your email's entirety will be you with your signature line. So congratulations, Paul, and thank you for being such a big part of what we do here on Raiders Fan Radio each and every week. All right, let's get back to the voicemails. So I mentioned at the top of the show that this was episode number 132. But I was going to reserve the significance of 132 for one of our callers, and this is actually the second time that this guy has done it. And
hey, hang on before you do that.
Yeah.
Don't forget this.
Oh, yeah, duh. Thanks, Mosh. Let's get to the Sea of Fans mailbag.
Looking. He's under the gun. He's tied. He's thrown. It is.
I'm so glad you remembered to push the button, Mosh, because I forgot.
got the button.
Yeah. Okay, so, real quick. Swag Jeff in the chat there. First, let me shout out the chat. Running Bear, appreciate you joining us. Swag Jeff, Raider Homer, Pirate 1975, Super Deuce, Mr. Raider, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider is in there. Ron the Mater Raider is in there. Appreciate you all. Just Win Johnny, appreciate you joining us and being a part of Raiders Fan Radio. Best part of our show is the chat by far. You guys are funnier than we are. You know more about football than we do, and you keep us on point. We appreciate that. So speaking of being on point, Swag Jeff asked me in the chat there, Murph, did you give Mosh his gift?
Oh, I love gifts.
No, I didn't give you a gift. Of course, Mosh is famous over there for sipping on his Raiders cup. And Swag Jeff held up to his nickname this week in the fact that he sent some swag for you. Check that out.
Nice.
How cool is that? So tell the audio listeners what we got there.
So what I've got is a it's one of those what's that fancy?
It's like a Yeti tumbler.
Like a Yeti tumbler. Yeah. And it's got the Murph and Mosh logo on the front of it, and it is absolutely, get ready to bleep me, badass.
Nice.
I'm gonna pour a drink in it right now.
I just poured mine. I'm having an Arnold Palmer, my Arizona iced tea there. And and there it is right there. Isn't that cool? So yeah,
nice.
He sent a couple of those. You brought those over earlier today. So thank you, Swag Jeff.
Thank you, Swag Jeff.
Thank you, Swag.
You still got to buy your shirts.
That's exactly right. All right, so let's get to it. Let's hear from our first caller. Let's go to Hardcore Raider out there in Donkeyville.
What's up, Murph? Uncle Mosh. Cue the cap dog. This is Hardcore Raider coming at you from Donkeyville. Well, it's episode 132, 100th year in the NFL, and there's 32 teams. So since Raiders are number one and screw all the other teams, I guess that makes it episode 132. So we're number one out of 32 teams. So they selected us for Days of Our Lives. I mean, Hard Knocks. And definitely not excited. I know you and Mikey want it. I just see it as extra outside distractions, and it's just not going to be a good thing for the Raiders. I think it's going to be extra drama when we're trying to build a team. And, let's just get something straight right now. What killed the team last year was the hate. A lot of it was from Raider fans and obviously the regular trolls, but, the hate killed the morale of the team. The Raiders never even had a chance from the moment they stepped on the field. And if, especially if we don't produce some wins, I mean, that's going to be the same this year. So, excuse my language. Pretty frustrated. Of course, I'm going to watch it because I'm a Raiders fan, but, I'd rather see the product on Sundays instead of Days of Our Lives. But that's where I'm at with it. You guys take it easy.
I thought
Hardcore Raider out.
I clearly I missed. First off, thank you, Hardcore Raider, for the call. Appreciate you joining us each and every week. I think I missed. I think somebody else actually named the show 132, or maybe they didn't. Maybe it was last week and I'm making it up.
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
Did I miss something there?
32 teams in
oh, he did.
Yeah, 100 years.
Gosh. All right.
Murph,
I'm trying to do too much.
You're nervous.
I know. I'm doing too much tonight. Okay. Thank you. All right. Good.
No, he got it. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
got it.
Yeah. Great job on that, Hardcore Raider, for numbering that show 132.
Hold on. And scene. All right. Let's start again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I deserve that one. See, that's the thing is you can't. You think you're multitasking, but really you're doing one thing at a time. And so, anyways, thank you, Hardcore Raider.
Yeah, you're all right. You're all right, Murph.
All right, let's go next up. Uncle Mosh, do we have another award to hand out here?
We do have another award, and this award goes to somebody. It's all about consistency with us. We love some consistency.
Yeah.
So for us, things need to be consistent. We love consistency.
Yeah.
So this is our Consistency Award. And this year, the winner is Mr. Consistent, consistently consistent, Alex in Tucson.
Congratulations, Alex in Tucson. Alex is a made man here in Raiders Fan Radio, and we don't give him enough. It's sometimes, man. Look, it could whether like the other day we were talking about Upshaw. We're like, holy crap, or Ben Davidson. We're like, gosh, we don't give these guys enough heat on the show. We don't talk about them enough. Alex is one of those guys. Alex is one of those guys. He's been a made man. He calls the show each and every week. We appreciate every single one of his calls. And Alex, we don't appreciate you enough. So today is that day. So congratulations on your Mr. Consistency Award. And of course, Alex called us this week.
Uncle Mosh and Murph, this is Alex Sandoval from Tucson, Arizona. I'm just calling in today to talk about the breaking news that we're going to be on Hard Knocks. Pretty cool. I mean, I've never really seen Hard Knocks before. I've seen like an episode or two of the Cowboys one, and just a little bit that I saw, I thought it was pretty cool. I find that stuff really interesting, and man, I wish that I could just be I could be a fly on the wall on some of those conversations that they have. This is the perfect chance for me to kind of get a glimpse of the inside of Raider Nation. Pretty cool stuff. Really excited for it. I want to know what you guys think, if it's really going to be a distraction or not. I don't think it is. I mean, I think that they have enough pressure on them already. They're professional athletes, and there's always distractions. So I don't really think that this is going to be more of a distraction or more stress on the team or whatever. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Really excited, though.
All right, Alex, appreciate the call. Yeah, so in terms of distractions, I think the idea of the Raiders being distracted on Hard Knocks is a little bit overblown, and here's why. So the whole point of Hard Knocks is to develop drama. They have to build drama. Any reality show, you have to build drama,
Sure.
right? So the drama of the show, conceptually, regardless of what team it is they usually focus on the lower tier guys. So they focus on the guys like, I'll never forget, there was a guy named Tyler Starr that was one of the Falcons guys. And it was like, is this guy going to make the team? So yes, there is, they had the other more popular Falcons out there as well, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, whatever, but they aren't the focal point of the show. So in terms of the Raiders, Antonio Brown's going to be on it, of course. So will Derek Carr. So will all these guys. But they won't be the focal point of the show. The focal point of the show is going to be guys like Ronald Ollie, guys like Quentin Bell, guys like Foster Moreau, Max Crosby. Those guys where they're kind of flirting with whether they're going to make the team or not. Those are the guys that are going to be the focal point of the show. So I don't think it will be a distraction to the 22 guys that are going to be starters or even the final 53, because those guys already have cameras on them anyways under normal circumstances. So when you're on the practice field, when you're going through training camp, they already got NFL Network's there. They got all the different beat report. Like, everybody's already there with their cameras in their face. These guys have cameras in their faces all the time, whether they're doing promotional videos or whatever. So I don't think it's going to be a, quote, distraction. I think that once these guys get to camp, they're locked in, and it's only going to be a little bit more than what it is now. And we have the coaching staff in the front office also that's built for this. Mike Mayock and John Gruden literally have spent the past, 10, 15 years of their career now in front of the camera. So, I mean, it's not going to be a distraction, Raider Nation. And if anything, we should all be embracing this because it's going to be more exposure to our team that we love. We're going to get a chance to see them more often. So to answer your question, Alex, no, I don't think it's going to be a distraction at all. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a fly on the wall. And you're going to get a chance to see the stories of these young men that their dreams are realized on draft night. And then what those dreams become is what happens on Hard Knocks. It happens at training camp. Do they make the team? I think it's going to be cool. So I'm looking forward to it. You got any thoughts on that?
No, I'm excited. I'm with you. The more exposure I get to the Raiders, the better off we are. The more Raiders stuff that I see, the more I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mosh. So let's get to our next call here. So, do we have an award for this, or do we just want to just kind of call it what it is?
This is just. It's one of our favorite callers. They're all our favorite callers, but we, this guy's in the military.
Yeah, defends our freedom every day when he goes to work.
One of my all-time favorite stories was the guy with riding his butt last week, and he's like, "Well, I had the kids in the car, so I didn't pull over and kill him."
Yeah.
Why don't we just hear from him?
All right, let's hear it. We're gonna call him 4-second Mojo.
4-second Mojo.
What up, fellas? Mojo. Hot take. 10 wins. Quality content.
And we're out.
And because he's in the military, Minuteman Mojo.
Minuteman Mojo. That was literally, I edited about a second in there just to make it flow together. Otherwise, that was it. That was his call. 10 wins. And you know what? Scary Mosh. I'm with him, man. I'm not going to do predictions, and I've relieved myself of the expectation, but Mosh, this team's stacking up and looking pretty good. Could be 10 wins.
I'm not afraid to make predictions.
All right. What's your prediction? You think he's right? 10 wins?
What have we been saying? What have we been saying since you were 7?
They're going to win a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, baby. Hey, let's move on.
All right, let's get to the next one. And so we got another we have another award here.
We got another award.
All
so
right,
this one, and you can't win this award.
Am I not eligible for this one?
You're not eligible. You and Jeff aren't eligible for any of the free stuff.
Okay.
So, but this one, this award it's all about the math.
Ooh. Interesting.
This is.
We don't do math. I love numbers.
We love numbers, but we don't do
math.
math. So this is our Raiders Fan Radio Mathematician Award. So what is math? What is a mathematician? It's someone who uses an extensive knowledge of mathematics, typically to solve mathematical problems. Great mathematicians throughout history have solved world problems such as Pythagoras, Newton, Pascal, Plato, Einstein, and you, Murph. And now, for the first annual Fanny Math Appreciationship Award goes to One Nation Jeff.
Hey, Murph, Mosh, Q-Dog, and of course, Swag Jeff, part of the Jeff Nation. This is One Nation Only Jeff from SoCal calling back in. Because of my crappy Bluetooth, you couldn't get the best part of my previous call. First, to add on to that story, going to Oregon, the Raider fan pumping gas when my wife was going blah, blah, blah. I turned around and told him, don't mind her, she doesn't know anything about football. That's why she's a Chargers fan. And then to follow that up, I give her a hard time, but she supports my fandom with the Raiders, and anytime we go to an event, she wears Raiders gear. But one time we went to Disneyland, she was wearing a McFadden jersey, and people were giving her a hard time because, a lot of people don't like McFadden. So I turned around, I got her a new one, got her with it, and I told her she'd never have to worry about it. But that brought me to the main question about the jerseys that I was bringing up was, how do you determine what Raider great jersey you're going to wear? Because a lot of people won't wear Mac now that he's been traded. I say it doesn't matter if they were great as a Raider, wear their gear. I mean, are you not going to wear an Allen jersey because he set all his milestone records against us when he played for Kansas City? Anyway, here's some more numbers for you, Murph. The number's 5. That's how many times I've called, and I'm still not a made man. I think you already thought I may have been one, but I'm not. And I thought it was ironic that I think it was Raider Jack called in, and you corrected yourself on his call, and then turned around, and my fourth call was the next call, and you missed it. Anyway, just busting your chops. No big deal. I know I'm a made man. That's all that matters. Anyway, nicknames for current new Raiders on the team. I think a good one for Perfect would be The Thing, because it's clobbering time.
Oh,
and
nice.
Jonathan Abrams, since everybody keeps calling him J.J. Abrams instead, how about Blockbuster for him? One more thing, what I would like to see from our team this year is our defense be good enough where, even though I like how Carr has all his comeback victories, I'd like to see more victory formations at the end of games. Anyway, that's all I got. Raider Nation, out.
Oh, my gosh. If we were doing Sizzlers tonight.
Oh, Blockbuster.
That might be amazing. That might be, or that not might be amazing. That is amazing. That might be.
That's right up there with Deadeye, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. So keep those nicknames coming. Swag Jeff and I, last episode, wanted to get your submissions for best nickname submissions for the current team, and whoever we pick as the winner. We'll kind of narrow them down. We'll put them in a bracket, let you guys vote on them, just like we did with the catchphrase contest, and the winner of that will get a Get Made T-shirt there, as you see up there behind Uncle Mosh, one of those Raiders Fan Radio Get Made T-shirts. So those are great submissions. Awesome job. So,
hey, so did we really miss him?
I did. And so it's funny in the chat, just when Johnny says Murph is human, he bleeds real blood. Yeah, man, I said this a couple shows ago. I've missed people, and this is now the second, and guess what? There's a third one coming up too. So I'm going to save the Made Man music for when we get to that third one. But yes, One Nation Jeff, you are absolutely going to be added to the list. I saw Mosh actually go for the list already, and so he's going to get you added to there. I just miss him, man, and it's hard for me to keep up sometimes because and Mosh and I, not to get in the weeds about how we run the show, but Mosh and I were talking about this the other day that we need to do better going along and making notes as we do the show because, we have now 132 episodes to go back and comb through, man, and it just gets tough, and so things get lost. So I apologize to you, and thanks for not being too hurt about it because we didn't do it on purpose, clearly, and so you are absolutely now a made man, and we will have the music coming up for you in just a little bit. And great job on the math, man. Okay, so one more thing about his call. So you asked about the jersey, the greats. I'm rocking Howie Long tonight because this is a white and black jersey and it matches the tie. So that's how I picked it. But in terms of other players, okay, so he said, would you not wear Khalil Mack, but you wear Marcus Allen? You're sitting on a Marcus Allen jersey right now. Marcus Allen, though, was the MVP of the Super Bowl. He was a Raider for a long, long time. And yes, he became a Chief and set ultimately a lot of his career numbers with the Chiefs, but the majority of his playing career was with the Raiders. Even though he was retired as a Chief, and I understand that dynamic with him and Allen and everything, but he's still a Raider. Khalil Mack will not be that. Khalil Mack was a Raider for 4 years. He'll probably play in the league for 15.
Right.
You know what I mean? So unless he comes back, look, whether we like it or not, Charles Woodson was dangerously close to being that. What if Charles Woodson would have closed out the last 3 years of his career with the Packers? And all of a sudden he's got a 10-year career with the Packers and 14, 15, 16, whatever it was with left with the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It becomes a lot harder of a thing to determine. So I don't know if Mack is the best one. Look, I don't claim Khalil Mack at all anymore ever. And it's just the way I feel. But he did some great things in the regular season, but we didn't win Super Bowls. We didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't do anything and none of these Raiders have, frankly. As much as we love Derek Carr, even though he's on the precipice of becoming the all-time leader in every significant passing category for the team, he's not if he retired tomorrow, does that mean that he'd be, in our eyes more so than Stabler or even Plunkett or Blanda or Monica?
No, right,
you know what I'm saying? None of these guys since Rich Gannon, Charlie Garner, Tim Brown, those were the last guys that I would still, think of in those terms as Raiders. And even though the majority of their careers weren't with the Raiders, it was the last part of their the significance of their career.
Sure, well, that's
was
old
with
guard
Raiders.
too.
Is that right?
And we're bringing that old guard back. So
yeah. So I guess it's all about significance. It's about context, Mosh. Is that it?
Here's some context. Let's
Okay.
move on.
Jeez. All right. You want to shout out the chat?
No.
Okay.
I do want to make a reference to Wilson.
Okay.
Wilson's no longer with us.
Wilson's not with us anymore.
Wilson's no longer with us. Sorry, Q. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
Did he bring it up?
Sorry, folks. Wilson's gone.
Wilson's been removed.
We got rid of Wilson.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Wilson. Wilson had issues. Now Tom Hanks kicked him that name that shall not be said. I'm sorry I said it.
Yeah, that's
Wilson,
right.
Wilson got kicked to the curb in the middle of the ocean. He got kicked to the curb here in the middle of Tennessee. Enough said. Moving right along.
All right, so for the award, I'm going to announce this one. Can I get this one?
You got it.
Okay. So the winner for caller to be located furthest and or closest to the sun goes to Telerator.
Hey, how's it going, folks? Yeah, Telerator calling all the way from Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah, you got listeners over here, bro. Trust me. I'm spreading the good word, and you guys are positive, man. I ain't gonna lie. Told you I was going to come on, put a little message out there for him, you know, so I can be a made man. So here I am. Uncle Mosh, man, I've been missing you guys, man. I'm missing you, man. I was seeing Swag Jeff last night with Murph, but you weren't there. But anyways, this Hard Knocks, man, it's kind of killing me a little bit. Watching 2011 Hard Knocks is when the Ravens were the first team, and it didn't go good for them after that. I was wondering, and they won the Super Bowl the year prior, so I was wondering how come they don't put it on the Patriots instead of giving it to the developing team that's developing. You know, why ain't gotta hit these teams hard instead of give it to the Super Bowl champs? Why not? You know, why not? It's killing me. It's going to kill our team. Well, I don't think it's going to kill our team. I'm just thinking it's going to be too much distraction. These guys have more things to do to try to make the team better instead of them, you know, focusing on full energy. Now they got to have something else on the side. Well, anyways, I'm not saying because I'm a positive person, but damn, man, I've never seen the Patriots on that damn Hard Knocks. Why not? It just kind of hurt me a little bit. Anyway, last year was my first game. I went to see the Chargers, Raiders over there in Carson. We got worked badly that time, but hey, it was 2 tickets for $500. A lot of money. Anyways, I got to keep it short because time-wise. Anyways, I had fun. I had a blast, and that was all Raiders. It was a good experience, and I recommend anybody else. That's my little story. It's my first call, so I'm kind of nervous. I don't even know what to say. But anyway, hopefully
You're doing good.
Uncle Mosh will be over the next show because he's the funny guy. I don't know Murph and Swag. I know you guys are all right, but Uncle is missing out, man. I miss that guy, man. He's the anchor of the show, man. Every time I watch it, man, I appreciate you guys giving up positive feedbacks about our team, even though we got Hard Knocks. Man, Hard Knocks is I'm happy for Hard Knocks, but too much distraction. So anyways, I'm going to keep it short, simple, and calling back again, you know, so I can be the made man. You guys just keep on doing the positive thing. My man Swag Jeff over there, hey, I like all of you guys, man. You guys keep it going, man. And sorry, the airplanes. I live right underneath the damn airport, so I got to go. And we'll see you guys later. Later.
All right.
Oh, he kills me. He calls me the anchor because I weigh the most.
Yeah. If we were having an RFR tug of war team, you would definitely be the anchor, Uncle Mosh. There's no doubt. But hey, we ought to give him the award for the most Uncle Mosh gloss.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
All
I'm waiting is for him to say, "Hey, come to Alaska and go fishing."
Yeah,
I'm in.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, so great job there. Hey, 2 more times and you become a made man, as long as I remember, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these guys will remind you. Ron chimed in that it took him 4 calls.
So we should have put the number on it, then we would have been better off.
Hey,
but anyway,
maybe we should get Paul on it.
I know, right? Hey, there you go. Absolutely.
He needs another job.
Or One Nation Jeff, man, these numbers guys. But hey, real quick, I do want to address something that he said in his call. You know, about not ever seeing the Patriots, and there's a lot of other teams that, you know, why is it the Raiders? Why aren't these other teams eligible? Well, the NFL has strict rules in terms of who can be on Hard Knocks. So if you have a first-year head coach, you can't be on. If you've made the playoffs in the past 2 years, you can't be on. That's why you never see the Patriots. And if you've been on the team, been on the show for the 10 years prior at any point, you can't be on. So it narrowed it down to like 5 teams this year. It was like the Niners, the Raiders, the Lions. I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. But that's why. Now, should there be a conversation around, well, why aren't these other teams eligible? Should they adjust the rules? Yeah, maybe, but that's the way the current structure is right now. So, and obviously the Raiders are the biggest draw there in terms of ratings because they're going to have the best story. So, anyway, so that's hope that maybe answers your question a little bit. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be as much of a distraction, Raider. I think it's going to be good stuff. So, all right, moving on here. Uncle Mosh, we got back-to-back calls from the same guy. Speaking of Raiders fan radio stalwarts, people that are here each and every week, let's go to the first half of the first one of 2. Help me here.
Let's call it the prequel and the main event.
I love it. Here's the prequel.
What's going on, guys? The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Big Raider Trucker checking in once again. Uncle Mosh, I'll let you know, brother, on the 91 freeway headed to Anaheim. And I got myself a burrito. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Oh, man, I just want to jump into it real quick. Raider Nation, Hard Knocks is ours. I know a lot of people are happy or upset about it. I just want to go ahead and throw it out there that the only reason why we got it this year is because we're not going to be eligible next year, baby, because we're going to the playoffs. Oh, yeah, you heard it here first. Big Raider Trucker calling out the Raiders to the playoffs this year, baby. All right. Also, I want to get into, once again, check out BigRaiderTrucker.com. All your Raider needs will be met by me. Anyhow, I just want to check in for the Fannies, guys. I know it's going to be a great show. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Big Raider Trucker, check it out.
All right, there's the prequel, and so Uncle Mosh, the main event. Do you want to call this an award?
I do, and this one going out to the guy who's most likely to have dropped.
What?
The guy.
I would yell at you to hit the button, but there's no button for you to hit.
The guy
hit
who's
the post.
most
You got to hit the post.
He's the guy who's most likely to have dropped the kids off at the pool. Big Raider Trucker. I was making myself laugh because I texted Jeff and I said, "Did you leave the chat?" And he goes, "Yeah, man. I had to go play Swag Dad for a while."
All right, so you heard in Big Raider Trucker's first call that he was having a burrito as he was headed down the interstate.
It makes me proud.
And so the reason that we gave him the kid drop the kids off at the pool award was because as your brother, my Uncle Bruz used to always say, something goes in, something's got to come out.
Yep.
Trucker checking in once again. My second call this week. You know what? Hop back in my truck. So, about 5 pounds lighter, if you know what I mean. Got a rumbling in my tummy because I was listening to Sylvester the Cat's podcast.
He was touching
Colin
cotton.
Cowherd. He continues to bring up the Raiders. And this is what I don't get. So hell-bent on the Raiders saying that they agreed to Hard Knocks because they're having a hard time selling PSLs and we're just one big circus show. You know what, Colin Cowherd? I'm getting sick and tired of that drooly lip of yours. You need to get a napkin and tuck it up because you have no idea what in the hell you are talking about when it comes to the Raiders. And the only reason why I listen to Sylvester the Cat is for my Laker news. And no, I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a LeBron fan. Take that for what you will.
Okay.
So now that we're done talking about him, I got a question for you, Murph, and I've been reading a lot of stuff on it. Who is going to start opposite side of Cleveland Farrell?
Little baby
Would
Cleveland.
you go with Mad Max Crosby, your favorite? Or are you going with the juiced up 265 Arden Key? That's one training camp battle that I would really like to see. Yeah, I just want to call you, let you know I took a crap. Feeling better now.
we had it earlier.
Yeah.
But I like the full cycle.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
that, You know, he started with it and he finished
You
with it.
got to close the loop.
Yeah.
You got to close the loop.
That's,
Literally.
That's why you get a fanny from the fanny.
Such a great caller. Appreciate Emiliano, the man who coined the phrase, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
That's right.
So great job there. Man, so who do I think is going to start opposite of little baby Cleveland, as Q-Dog calls him? I think it's going to be the juiced up Arden Key. I mean, well, I don't know if he's juiced up or not, but he's certainly put on a lot of weight. And yeah, I think that it's going to be Arden Key. And here's the thing I think about Arden Key. I'm not a film guy. I'm not Ted Wynn. I don't know how to break down the exact footwork and mechanics and hand placement and all that kind of stuff. You know, I know enough to be dangerous. I know enough to coach youth football, but certainly not at the NFL level. But I can tell you this. All you got to do is watch Arden Key, and does he pass the eye test? I'm all about the eye test. When you watch a game, what does he look like? Well, when we watched him last year, he looked like he got to the quarterback a lot. He just wasn't completing the play. He just wasn't finishing the sack. So When you're within a foot, all right, and from strength and conditioning and natural talent development and maturity and everything, does that foot become then 6 inches and then eventually nothing, and you start closing out those gaps and start making those plays and start batting those balls loose and making those tackles and sacks and all that? Yeah, I think absolutely he's going to be the guy, and I think that's why I think that Farrell is such a nice pick after thinking about it now. In the moment, we were all kind of freaked out a little bit, but because he can move up and down the line, and Key is basically going to play outside there. He's going to be our hand in the dirt and go out get after the quarterback kind of guy. So I think that's the guy. I don't think Max Crosby is going to be big enough early enough to be as complimentary. Maybe on third down, maybe in specific situations. But for the most part, my fan eyes tell me that Arden Key is going to be the guy play in, play out, game in, game out. Mosh, you got any thoughts on that?
I'm with you. I love. Most people don't like OTAs and training camp.
Yeah.
I love that stuff, man. I think
yeah.
that's the best. That's the best because you get to see these guys. I mean, the smart ones are giving it everything, man. They're getting coached up, and that's for me. That's the best. So it's gonna be great to see who it is.
Cool, good deal. All right, okay, Uncle Mosh, do you want to do an award on this one? We got, or you want me to get it?
No. I'll tell you what. I'll cue you on that.
Okay, you cue me.
No, I did the last one.
Well, it's okay. You can get this one.
So
no, you're the announcer here. I just didn't know if you had that one. If I'd printed that one.
Oh yeah, I got it here.
You got it. Okay.
So next up, because of his outstanding knowledge, this one goes. This award, the RFR Henry Cabot Lodge Award, goes to our own Houston Raiders Steve.
Good job, Steve. Uncle Mosh, you taught history for a long time. Who is Henry Cabot Lodge?
Oh my gosh! Thank God for Wikipedia.
I don't know who it is either. All I did was I did a Google search.
He was a historian.
He was a famous historian.
Yeah.
And so Houstorian Raider Steve, as we like to call him, is the one that's always most likely to drop some knowledge on us here in terms of Raider Nation. So congratulations, Steve, on that award, and let's hear from him.
Hello, Murph and Mosh. This is Houston Raider Steve. I'm enjoying the Raider tales of the past. Last one, as you said, it's not all puppy dogs and ice cream. But yeah, I remember that game, Christmas Eve. I work in the restaurant business, just got done from work, and I had wanted to see the end of the Raiders game. Only caught the very end of the game, the fourth quarter, and I was sitting in a Stadia sports bar, which is close to my work, so I could just run over there and watch the game. I ran into a friend of mine, Warren. He's a big Raiders fan from Sacramento. Watched the play, watched the way Carr's leg got, twisted and turned. And as soon as I saw that happen, I said, our season's over with, man. We just looked at each other, and of course Jim Nantz called it, and we all knew it. Man, it was really, really heartbreaking, man, seeing that happen. I said, man, we've had all these great finishes. They won in New Orleans, all these other, I think they had 6 come from behind, wins that they had, dramatic wins in that season building up to this game. And I'm thinking, man, we're going to go deep this year after we haven't been good since the Super Bowl run, 2002. So anyway, after that game was over, then of course I went to church and everything, all bummed out, thinking our season's over. I've been all excited. Didn't see very many of the games that year because I was working. Anyway, went to the game in Houston. My friend Mike flew down from, big Raider fan, flew down from, Indiana. Actually went to high school with John Gruden and his older brother in South Bend when their father was the coach at Notre Dame. Anyway, so I'm watching the game, Texans game. McGloin's playing, and Connor Cook was playing, and we're both thinking, hey, man, do we even have a chance to win this game with Connor Cook? Nothing against Connor Cook, but he's no Derek Carr. You know who is, right? Very few people come close. Maybe Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, obviously. Anyway, so we're watching the game, second half of the game. Things aren't working well. Obviously, we're losing 24-6. Hearing all the Texans fans being really obnoxious, throwing shade. It was horrible, man. But I said, hey, Mike, we got to be there for me living in the Houston area. I got to be down there to support our team. It's all about supporting them all the way up to that point when Carr got hurt. So, tough loss. Never forget it. And I just said, I kept thinking, what could have been if Derek Carr would have been healthy? because I really thought that we were really going to go deep in the playoffs. So that's my moment. God bless and have a great day, great show, enjoy it, and talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate historian Raider Steve, as always, made man.
Dead Sea Scrolls Steve.
I love that. That's a great one, too.
A great one.
Appreciate you calling, Steve. And so Steve was talking about our newest show here on the network, on the Murph's Fan Cave Network, Tales from the Nation. That's where Swag, Jeff, and I go back, and we look for significant moments in Raider history, as you heard there. Not always great ones, just significant ones. And we talk about their impact and what it was like in the moment when they happened. So appreciate the support that you've given that show. It's been very well received, and we're going to record more this week. So we'll have more of them coming. We've done the Heidi game, and then we did Derek Carr breaking his leg as the first two installments of that. So appreciate all of you, and thank you to historian Raider Steve. So much like historian Raider Steve, he's always positive, Mosh. He's always brings a light, and some people just kind of carry a light with them, and they carry positivity with them. They're always about the bright and the sunshine, and
sure,
we can't play copyrighted music here, but we can sing.
We can sing.
I can see clearly now, Mosh.
We can sing.
The rain is gone.
It's so funny that you should say, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Here in Middle Tennessee, we just got an alert.
Because everybody...
No, we just got an alert that from the National Weather Service.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Sorry,
You're getting right in the middle of my...
I just rained on your parade.
Yeah. So, unlike you, JC Raider brings the sunshiny day. It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day.
I love it.
So let's go with the Johnny Nash Award, Mosh.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, the Johnny Nash Award goes to JC Raider. Hey, so you did your best. So YouTube doesn't ban us award. You did your best. YouTube doesn't ban us singing, and now that it's already starting, man. Okay, Murph.
No.
Okay, gotta rap. Gotta rap on my.
No. Hey, when we beat the Chiefs, I'll rap on that show, because everybody on that show challenged me to rap, because Mikey opens the show with a rap on Mondays with Mikey and Murph here on the Murph's Fan Cave Network. Everybody always challenges me to rap, and I said I'm not gonna rap because I don't rap. But and I'm nothing against rap, I just don't do it. And but I said, though, I'll tell you what, if we beat the Chiefs, then I'll do it. So that hadn't happened yet. Hopefully, I hope I'm wrong, or I hope it happens, and one day I have to rap. But that day is not today. But back to the award, the Johnny Nash Award, because JC Raider called the show, and I love this call.
Yeah,
this guy's great. Awesome job with your call. And so listen, instead of me talking about it, I'll let you hear it.
What's up, family? This is JC Raider calling from Southern California, a small town of El Centro. So what's going on? This is my first time calling. What up, Murph? What's up, legendary Uncle Mosh, newly acquired Swag Jeff? It's my first time calling, so I might as well kick it off with how I became a Raiders fan. Well, that first happened in 2007. We were 2-14 the year before, and in 2007 we had a rookie head coach by the name of Lane Kiffin. And as you guys know, with the first overall pick, we drafted a guy who was said to be able to throw 80 yards on his knees. That guy was named Jabusto Purple Drank Sippin' Walrus Russell. Yeah, we all know how that went, right? So if I don't tell you that I've been a loyal fan since then I don't know what will. So I'm really proud of you guys, man. You guys do a great job, week in, week out. You guys are great. Murph's Fan Radio, you guys are great. Tales from the Nation, you and Swag Jeff are doing amazing. I love that show. I'm going to be tuning in more. I just got out of the gym. I'm sorry. I'm a little out of breath. But so I first heard about you guys through Mondays with Mikey and Murph, when Murph got on there, and it was a great show. And since then, man, I've been keeping up with you guys week after week, every other week. And I've been tuning into you guys at home, on the way to work and even at work. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. But I just want to give my 2 cents in here. I'm really looking forward to Hard Knocks. You know what I mean? As you guys know, Game of Thrones, season 1 through 7, they were really good. And then season 8 just stunk, man. So I was considering, canceling my subscription, but I heard a rumor, a whiff in the air that we might be on Hard Knocks this season. And what do you know? We're on Hard Knocks, baby. We're going to get to see all these different personalities gel, you know what I mean? Incognito, Perfect, of course, Antonio Brown, Derek Carr behind the scenes. We're going to see how that goes, you know what I mean? John Gruden, not to mention Mike Mayock. It's going to be great, fellas. So to close out this call, I just want to say, oh my gosh, I'm really out of breath. Anyways, close out this call. I know you guys are talking about how you guys were thinking of nicknames for Derek Carr. Well, how about this? How about D-Wreck, short for D-Wrecking these defenses? All right, fellas, that's all I got for you. Keep doing what you do, and I'll be tuning in, and I'll give you guys another call pretty soon. All right, peace out, much love, God bless.
Love
awesome.
that guy,
Isn't
man.
that great? That was a good call, huh? That's his first call. That was awesome.
That was great.
A lot of
That was
positivity, a lot of Johnny Nash going on there. That was good stuff, JC Raider. Appreciate the call, and keep them coming. A couple more, and we'll put you on the list as long as I remember of our made men. So we appreciate that.
So Pirate 1975 says, I believe if we sweep the Chiefs, Mosh should rap with Murph.
Oh, what do you think?
Well, maybe I can do the old.
You can do the beatbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be the Mixmaster Mike to no, was he a beatbox? I don't think Mixmaster Mike did that. That was the Beastie Boys DJ.
Yeah.
No, Bismarcky. That's more your you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. Come on, everybody in chat. You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby,
You've been at this. You've been behind that mic too long, my brother.
Oh my gosh! All right, if we beat the Chiefs twice, Uncle Mosh will be the Bismarcky of Raiders fan radio.
Yes, I will.
Okay,
I
right,
will
deal.
be your DJ Jazzy Jeff to your Fresh Prince.
There you go.
Oh,
right,
I pulled that one out of
good.
nowhere.
Good, Mosh.
Thank you.
Very good. All right, Mosh. There we go. See, chat's on it. All right, they're
Murphy
singing.
Fresh.
Awesome. All right, so we got some monsters here to close this thing out, man. We're coming to the end of the Fannies, and we've got some big ones to get to. So, Mosh in the chat. Now let me shout them out real quick. Dirty 30's in there. Pirate 1975, Just Win Johnny. Appreciate the help on the Tales from the Nation logo. Just Win Johnny. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. Let's see who else is in there. Robert Kavanaugh, Metal Vault, Super Deuce, Rich Lewis. Appreciate all of you. Running Bear, The Big Easy. But in the chat there, Mosh, under duress one night when we had somebody that was getting a little out of line.
Yeah.
We looked for somebody in a scramble to help us moderate the chat, and like a beacon shining from the sky was Ron. And so I gave him the wrench, which is the moderator wrench in the chat. And since that day, and Ron was always there anyways, but since that day, Ron has taken it up to become our moderator in the chat. We call him the Materator. And he's been a long time part of this show, going all the way back to the very, very beginnings of Raiders Fan Radio. And so we appreciate him and what he does for us each and every week here on the Murph's Fan Cave network and for Raiders Fan Radio. And before he was the Materator, he was a caller, Uncle Mosh. He was a very frequent caller, made man here. And so this week he called us. And we want to shout it out and commemorate this with an award.
Okay.
All right. You want to tell
Sure.
me? Yeah.
All right. This year for the 2019 Fanny Awards goes to Ron with the American Standard Award.
Look at Metal Vault. All right, the American Standard Award, it goes to Ron, and here's why.
Mosh, Murph, Jeff, what's up, guys? Just want to wish everybody happy Father's Day. Excited for the Fannies tomorrow. One Nation Jeff called in last week talking about his wife making fun of him for his fandom. I got one, I don't know if you'll remember or not, Murph, but a while ago, I'm laying in bed. It's about 11:30, 12 o'clock my time, and my phone goes off. I pick it up, and I send a message back. And my wife says, who in the heck messaged you this late at night? And I have to proceed to her to explain to her that it was Sonny from Raiders Fan Radio messaging me to see if I called into the show that night. And she goes, well, why wouldn't he know it was you? And I said, well, I just flushed the toilet and then hung up. My Raider fandom has got me made fun of quite a bit. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was after the Miami game. But I don't know. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
So a great job, Ron. Always good to hear from you. And of course, I definitely remember that when you called and Uncle Mosh, we're going through the voicemails and I go to play one and it's just a toilet flushing. And we're like, well, who the heck would do that? And so Sonny went all I-team investigation and ended up tracking down Ron and found out it was him. Well, this is what it sounded like live. This is back on I don't know what episode this was. This was a long time ago. This was in the 50s or something. Some might say, Sonny, that this season has been flushed down the toilet. And thanks to a caller in Ohio, that's exactly what we got on our next call. Listen for it. There you go.
Yeah. Is that it? Was that Ron? Was that Ron in Alliance?
I don't know. It's from Ohio. I guess it might be. Let's see. Let's play it again. See if we can hear him.
Can you track? Does it give you the area code when they call in?
Yeah, I know it's in Ohio somewhere, but I don't know where in Ohio. I don't know. He's in, where's he
He's
always
in
say?
Alliance.
Alliance, Ohio. Yeah, but I don't know where.
What's the zip code?
Yeah.
Did it show you the zip code right now? We're gonna investigate that phone call. And
Pretty
if that's
funny,
Ron
though.
Alliance,
That's
we're gonna
pretty
find
solid.
out. Yeah, that's good.
Ron didn't call this week.
I bet
so
he did.
we could probably CSI our way to that one, saying that that's probably Ron Alliance. And Ron's pretty funny, so that would be a very Ron thing to do. I would say.
And it's not wrong, Ron. That you're not wrong. That's down the crapper, man. Down the crapper.
Down the crapper.
Ron says he accepts this award in honor of all poopers. Metal Vault calls him the Poop Pirate.
That was good, man. That was really funny. Good job, Ron, and appreciate again everything that you do for us every week here on the show. All right, Uncle Mosh, next one.
Here we go.
This one's a good one. We're gonna call this one the. Well, do you want to? I don't want to steal your thunder.
I got it. Here we go.
All right.
Next up, the 2019 RFR Fanny Award. The Juggernaut goes to Rev Raider.
Rev Raider is a made man here on the show and has become a frequent caller. And we called this one the Juggernaut Award because this is the guy most likely to make you want to run through a wall after listening to his call.
What's going on, Murph and Uncle Mosh? This is Rev calling from Jersey. I just got some things I wanted to get off my chest. Lately, I just a lot of stuff in the media has really just been rubbing me the wrong way. Honestly, I feel like they're trying to give us every excuse in the book to fail. Whether it be us traveling to 3 different countries and just setting us up for failure with these long road trips and stuff. And now they have us doing hard knocks and stuff like that, which some people would consider a distraction, and at the same time, it just really bothers me. It almost, if we're not careful, the Raiders aren't careful, they're going to fall into that trap, of mediocrity. And honestly, some of us as fans have been looking at the team from a state of mediocrity also. And I'm like, yo, what the hell are we talking about? Even when we're making game predictions or how many games we're going to win and stuff, we're predicting for our team, calling ourselves realists, that we'll go below 500 at times, Screw that, At the end of the day, why not the Raiders? And even sometimes I think some of the Raiders might not even realize it, but they're unconsciously feeding into it. They're talking about when they're talking about hard knocks, they're saying, oh, I thought we were going to do that next year. Well, don't you realize if we do that next year, that means we're going to have a trash year this year? All due respect, earmuffs, fuck that.
Oops.
Going below 500
Whoops.
is unacceptable for me.
Yeah.
Me being a former football player, we don't go into any season expecting to go below 500. We're going
Here's
out
the
there.
juggernaut.
Who's got that dog in them? Who's going to go out there and take somebody's head off? when are we going to go out there and make it happen? Why not the Raiders can win the Super Bowl? Why not the Raiders can make the playoffs before we leave Oakland? You know, that's just the way I feel. And that's the way we should all be feeling about the Raiders. I'm not going to make any prediction. I'm just saying, let's take one game at a time. Let's get that dog in us. If we got to call Eric Thomas, a motivational speaker, to come in and speak to the Raiders and see who got that dog, let's do that. But that's just how I feel. It's just been rubbing me the wrong way, you know, how the media is, even some of us as fans. You know, we need to man up, and we just going to push for the best. Simple as that. Y'all have a good one. As always, enjoy the show. Got a little fired up for a hot second. But love it as always. Peace.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Nice. Good job, Rev.
Way to go, Rev.
I love
Way
that.
to
That's
go.
why you get the Juggernaut Award. It is a Juggernaut, so
Yeah.
bomb it away, man. That's awesome. Heck yeah, man. Why not the Raiders, Mosh?
That's what I'm screaming.
Why not? We
It's
got
gotta-
a 1 in
it's gotta
32
be
shot at it.
somebody.
It's got to be somebody. Why not us?
That's, you know, I look at it. That's the reason I play the lottery.
Absolutely. Why not you?
Somebody's gonna win.
Why not
Why
us?
not me?
And why not you in the lottery?
That's
Heck
what I'm
yeah, man.
screaming.
That's what I'm talking about, Rev. You know what? Listening to Rev Mosh got me so fired up. It made me think of a bunch of other speeches that gets me fired up.
Play him.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore.
If you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits.
You have shown this coaching staff, your teammates, you have shown yourselves just exactly who you are in here. We cannot lose.
Defense, defense, defense. This is it. This is our destiny. Come on, come. Football is about controlling that anger, harnessing that aggression into a team effort to achieve perfection. We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Hey! What's this lying around shit? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
It ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! Ah! Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you, Pluto. We might get in trouble. Well, just kiss my ass from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this! Let's go!
Oh, that kills me.
I'm out of breath.
Oh. Man, it's hard to imagine that you did all those voices.
I know. Hey, I got a thespian for an uncle, man. I learned, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my gosh. Good stuff there, Rev. Appreciate you being fired up, man. Appreciate that the calls each and every week. And, Mosh, it's almost the end of our Fannies.
Really?
Yeah, we're coming to the end quick. You know, there was a couple that were announced that prior to the show. Of course, there was the one with the new best newcomer,
right?
But we ran out of time.
Ran out of time on that. Too bad.
There's also an award for podcast most likely to get you cut or traded from your NFL team.
Right.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know, as we ask people, why don't you cut commercials? Why didn't we cut commercials? Well, when they cut commercials, they get cut.
Yeah, when they get cut.
Yeah.
So there's
I'm a
a
little worried for Brockman and Del Toro.
There's a reason that we haven't done as many player interviews lately as we normally do. It's because we like them.
We you know what we need to do? We need to start getting the people on Q Dog's hit list and interview them. That's the kiss of death.
Yeah, I'm reaching out to Johnny Townsend this week because somebody get eyes on Keith Smith because he's the only one that's still on the team that's ever been on our show. And sometimes within like weeks, so I apologize. And those guys have been amazingly gracious with their time. But oh my gosh, from Obi Melifonwu on down, if you've been on Raiders Fan Radio, you are no longer a Raider. Terrible. So anyway, so that one, and then I feel like there was one more. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, we gave an award last year for co-host most likely to call his own show.
Right.
And but
it was 2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago, yeah. And so for this year, though, this one is going to be co-host or former co-host most likely to call his own show.
I like it.
You know, Uncle Mosh, we started this show back in 20 whenever.
Yeah.
And it was myself and your other favorite nephew,
right.
Sonny. And so Sonny called